Hey guys, Maureen Anders with AR Workshop here, and I'm so excited to show you guys a dollar store pumpkin hack. And this is the ultimate DIY because it does not take a long time. If you're like me, you're ready to shop for fall and deck your shelves, but what you'll find is a lot of the pumpkins that you need are very expensive. So, believe it or not, you can take these cheesy, terrible pumpkins and turn them into this. You believe it? I'm going to show you how. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the Styrofoam Pumpkin. Believe it or not, this one will transform into this with just a few quick steps. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to take this terrible little stem out. Let me just show you how they construct this. This is why it's $1, okay? Toothpick, really? We're throwing that to the side. All right, so the hack with this is, if you were lazy, you could just paint it, right? But you're going to still see this little rippled texture, which looks like a basketball, and I don't want that on my shelf. So I'm going to use spackle. Everybody has this. If you patch your walls, you probably have it, or your husband does. So all you're going to do is just grab a paintbrush and some spackle, and it's very easy to work with, and it dries pretty quick. So you're just going to literally coat it like you're frosting a cake, and it's going to give this really cool texture. Look at that. Awesome. And it really looks like those really expensive ceramic pumpkins that you can find at antique stores, but guess what? Yours is going to cost you under $2. And you can get the kids involved in this activity too, which is fun, because I'm going to show you some cool ideas for the stems. So we're done with that. Look how quick that was. All right, got the thing completely covered. Put that bad boy to the side, and I actually have a Martha Stewart swap. You know how Martha does that on TV? Got my swap, all dry, ready to go. And what color should we do? All right, we're gonna do artichoke today. So the one I did with this is a little bit more minty green, but you can mix any color you want. And we're just using our AR Workshop signature paint. And all you're gonna do is take a foam brush or a chip brush and paint the entire thing, giving it good coverage, because you don't want any of that nasty white or orange showing through. We're gonna keep on going. You pick any color you like. I mean, this year I think artichoke and some minty blues and greens are really popular, as well as cream pumpkins. I'm personally not a traditional orange pumpkin fan, but I do like the peach Cinderella pumpkins. And every time I buy those at the store, I walk out with like $100 worth of pumpkins. So this makes it great because they look really real and they don't rot, which is awesome. All right, now that we've got the entire pumpkin painted, I'm going to set it to the side with a fan. Love my Ryobi fan because it uses the battery that my power tools use. All right, the next step, once your pumpkin is dry, you're gonna have it looking lovely. And I like to add another coat of paint using a dry brush technique. I'm gonna use a lighter shade of like a really pretty sage color. The dry brush technique just gives it a nice texture. Now that my dry brush is dry, I'm going to show you guys how to do a really cool stem. So, get the kids involved. Go out to your yard, find some stems. They don't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to demonstrate how I created the twine look. So, once you pick your stem that you like, just get a nice thin twine. And you can use hot glue too if you want, or you can just double wrap it, which I like to do. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and just slowly wrap, really close, tight knit together, all the way from the bottom to the top. I love mixing different size and shape pumpkins and different texture pumpkins too. How cute does that look? So the same technique that we applied to that, you can do to any tacky pumpkin. So turn this from tacky to classy. This one, the reason I like this, I got this at the dollar store too. It has sequins all over it, which I don't use in my decor. No offense to that, but what I like about it is it turns out looking like a bumpy pumpkin. So if you go and you get an heirloom pumpkin, a lot of times those are the most expensive, the ugliest ones, and they're so cool. They have so much texture and interest. So this one, once it's painted, and I actually did 2 colors of gray paint for this, you can see it just has a fun texture to it. And I only used a stem for this. I didn't use twine. I thought it had enough texture with just the bump. So that's a finished product for that. And then don't be afraid to try paint on different types of mediums. This one's a velvet pumpkin, which I love velvet pumpkins, but this one I just didn't, the color didn't match my decor. So believe it or not, that one turned into this one by just adding, I did a dark gray and I did a light gray a little bit over it. You really want to saturate your brush when you paint this one. And I took out the stem and replaced it with a twine stem as well. So there you have it, 3 easy ways to turn dollar store pumpkins into a boutique style pumpkin.